Savannah, what were some of the differences that you saw in tonight's game versus on Wednesday?
Yeah, I think we had a good start in the first period, and second period, not as much. But then third period, I think we kind of found our game a little bit more. But compared to the other game, I feel like we had our game kind of the whole 60 minutes, and I think we were missing that tonight.
You get on the board for the first time as a Scepter. Just what did that moment mean to you? And then obviously Allie gets on the board shortly afterwards. But what does that mean to you to finally get on the board here?
It was exciting. Thanks, shout out Emma for an incredible pass. But just a lot of fun to be able to help the team. And then just the building went electric right after when Allie scored in the bench. It was just so exciting to be a part of.
And Emma, for you, being reunited on a line with Maggie and Natalie here, what has that chemistry been like getting back with those two here?
Yeah, I mean, Maggie's been grinding all year long, and I'm really happy for her because her game's really shining through right now at a really important time. And yeah, Spoons, I mean, I've played with Spoons for a while, and playing with them has been great, getting used to the middle here with them, and honestly, we've been clicking, so I'm happy with it.
Yeah, you mentioned the middle. How does your game differ when you are playing at center versus on the wing?
It shouldn't differ too much. I think I'm not F1 every time, but yeah, I think that I just have to, remember some of our systems and keep patient a little bit sometimes. And I think it's been a good challenge, but it's been a smooth adjustment with the D and my line mates.
She gets to chat with us more.
I just wanted to ask you about that reuniting with Maggie. I mean, is it something you've been looking for this year? And I mean, you're still roommates, right?
Yeah, we're roommates. Yeah. I mean, I just think like I said, I'm really happy for her. She's been working hard all season long, and sometimes you just can't control your ice time. And I think the work she's put in, especially through the Worlds break, was really evident. And I think it's really deserving the opportunity she's getting.
And the chemistry looks pretty plain. Like it's pretty easy between you two, right?
Yeah, she's got speed, and I think our speed works really well off each other.
Yeah, Savannah, earlier you spoke to kind of being able to turn it around at the beginning of the third, but even towards the second with that nice flurry of goals that you led, can you speak to how you and the rest of the team sort of shifted that momentum starting in the second?
Yeah, it was, again, not the second I would say we wanted, but just to come away tied at the end of the second, I think was a win and gave us momentum going into the third.
Thank you.
Savannah, you've played in lots of big moments over your career. How has getting to play now in the playoffs here compared to some of the other high-intensity moments that you've had in your career?
So far, it's been so fun, especially playing at home in front of our fans. It's been incredible, and it's really exciting to be a part of, and just really, honored to get to work for this organization and get to go to battle with this organization every night, and it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, and your chemistry with Renata on that top pairing, getting to rekindle some of that over this season, she's been fantastic these first couple of games. Can you just speak to what it's been like getting to play with her again and seeing her game kind of level up again here in these playoffs?
Oh, yeah, she's incredible. It's been so fun. I mean, just to play beside her, anything I do, she's always there. Any mistake I make, she's definitely coming back. So it's been a lot of fun, and like you mentioned, we played together at university, so just definitely very familiar and a lot of chemistry, and it's just been so fun, to be honest.
Emma, you guys have had ups and downs all year and handled them. What's the feeling like in the room after a game like today? I mean, you kind of owned that third period, and it didn't go your way. I mean, the goals came late and whatever, but I mean, you outshot them and everything. So what was it like after the game?
Yeah, I mean, evidently it's not the result we wanted, but I think, like you said, we have experience with the ups and downs, and I think although that there were some things that weren't perfect in that game, there's a lot of things we can pull from going into Minnesota here, and I think we're just prepared. There's a sense of confidence in the room right now, and I think if we just come to the next game, we're the top seed, we have to come with that swag and confidence like we're going to take it to them next game.
First period good, second period not good, third period pretty good, but not the result.
Accurate.
Did you that third period when you carried the play, you had to go chance them. It was two late goal, well, one late goal really that just sort of got in the way. What's your message to the team after that when they have sort of really won the period?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, we leave the ice, go to the coach's room, and try to organize our thoughts and make sure we're saying something half smart. And there's really not much you can say in that situation. I think a lot of times the players know, where it's at. They just want a quick message so they can get out of there. I honestly, the way you summed it up, that's probably how I summed it up to them. So, I thought we played well in the first. Our second was just uninspiring, kind of just not like lack the energy. Not sure really where it came from. Obviously, you give a little bit of credit to them that they started to pour it on a bit, but I thought we sorted it out in between periods, and then in the third, I thought we looked really well or looked really good. A little bit of we started to transition the puck better, got some pucks deep. But a lot of our entries, we just sort of took whatever shot was available to us instead of actually possessing it and trying to generate some plays from below the goal line. So I think anytime we're doing that, it's like we're feeling the urgency of the need to score, and you're getting away from what you actually need to do to score. So trying to look for the easy offense instead of the good stuff.
What did you think of that line with Maggie back with Emma for the first time since last year?
Yeah, I thought, Maggie's playing well, playing hard and trying to, make hard plays in the wall and trying to get pucks deep. I thought she possessed the puck really well. I thought Maltais played well as well, made a couple nice plays, made a couple good defensive plays, and is doing a good job in the face-off circle for someone who hasn't played a ton in the middle.
Just speaking to Maggie a bit more, a season high time on ice for her tonight. Just what was the thought process going into, or what did you see from her coming out of that World's break to give her that bump up the lineup once we got to playoff time?
Yeah, she's someone all year that is just kind of, probably didn't let the frustration of not playing a ton get to her. She, the typical saying, she legitimately controlled everything that she can control, had regular meetings with coaches, asked for video, worked hard in practice, and kind of remained even keel throughout the year. So we saw a little bit of spark, a little bit of energy from her at the tail end of the year, and I think we just decided to make a shift and get her a little bit more opportunity. I think at the end of the year and dealing with a lot of injuries at the end, we could feel our team speed really dropped a little bit. And we thought that Maggie was someone that could give us a little bit of team speed, so felt the need to play her a little more.
Yeah, and speaking to that team speed with Emma at center instead of at the wing, how does that help that element as well?
Yeah, it's good. Sometimes it doesn't necessarily mean that we're like, all right, we want Emma in the middle. It's just how the lines unfolded. We're confident with Emma in the middle or on the wall. It also frees her up to get a little bit more pucks in the middle of the ice as opposed to having to grind them out along the wall. We know Minnesota has Big D that want to come down the walls and pinch on the breakouts. So we'd rather right now have Emma have some pucks in the middle of the ice instead of dealing with some of those Big D pinching down on her.
Yeah, you get those 2 quick goals in the second period. What kind of boost does not just the quick goals like that give your team, but the people who scored them as well, Harmon and Monroe, 2 players that don't get on the score sheet as often? What does that impact kind of do to a team going into an intermission like that?
Yeah, see it all the time in the playoffs. The people who tend to step up, are people that just play a hard game, play the right way all year, and it's just nice to see them get rewarded. I think it does a lot. It just shows like playoff hockey is so, highs, lows, peak valleys, momentum swings. I thought we were really flat, but they just took over momentum, and then, nice to see them contribute to get it back. I love Skamera's goal is just a nice one where she's whipping it on net. I think we had someone driving off the back post, so it adds a different variable for a goalie, and we got a little bit of luck with it. Monroe's was, honestly, she just looked possessed to get it, to be honest. Like, she jumped in, she was in the play offensively. It's not normal area for her to be all the time, but she's got funny timing. She's shown that a couple times this year where she can jump in and bury those. So, yeah, nice to see someone like that get rewarded.
Yeah, and Renata Fast obviously has been phenomenal all season long and really looks like she's taken even another step in these couple of games here with a bunch of shots on goal. Have you given her an extra green light, or is this just her taking over a game in a more natural way?
Yeah, it's just Renata being Renata. She's a exceptional player. She's great offensively, physically, defensively. Just one of the best all-around players in the world. My job with Renata now is to probably just to keep encouraging her, and it's probably a little bit of just managing the load and volume she's dealing with in a game. My questions and comments to her are generally, how you feeling? Like, you ready to go again? And she's pretty honest. Yeah, thought she played a great game. The game one to me was like next level, and I think she was still good tonight, and will continue to be good. She's someone we rely on all the time.
There's the late too many players penalty. What happened on that play from your view? Was it anything specifically breaking down, or what happened there?
Yeah, just think Ali Monroe maybe was coming off the ice. I think Renata was a little excited to get on, and I think Maltais was in possession of the puck, skating up the ice, and maybe did a little bit of a cutback, which kind of changes the dynamics of everything. And I think if she continues to go up the ice, it's probably an early line change by Renata, but because it brought the focus back to the bench and back to who was coming off, it just got exposed a little bit.
And just finally for me, Sarah Nurse takes that big hit in the corner. Is everything good there, or is there an injury concern?
I don't think there's an injury concern, but I haven't talked to medical. I know she was having a conversation with medical, but she's out. I saw her. She got a little mark on her face, I think, from her helmet, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it just looked like a physical play in the corner. I don't know a lot of the details of it, but I haven't heard from medical that if there's any issue right now, but I don't believe there is.
I just want to ask about the decision to go with 7D. Just what was behind that?
Yeah, it was tough decision. We discussed it as a staff, and Kluge as a 13th forward has done an incredible job. She's been a great teammate, like the ultimate teammate. We also felt with 60 right now, and at times, we play Shelburne sparingly. We know with these games kind of a couple days apart, in game one, Flanagan played a lot of minutes, Fast played a lot of minutes. So it's more like, if we need another D, can we rely on Shelburne to play key minutes, or can we rely on McKinnon to play key minutes? So instead of waiting till we get later in a series or to the next round and then testing that theory out, just probably better to get both of them a couple minutes so they at least get involved in the series if we're having to use them moving forward. We haven't decided for next game what we'll do, because Kluge has been a great player in that role as well. But it's more giving McKinnon a bit of an opportunity and then a little bit of security or insurance for us on our decisions on the back end.
Troy, you singled out goaltending as a kind of key contributing factor to the game one win. What's your message to Campbell after a bit of a rougher night in there tonight?
Yeah, I don't have to say a whole lot to her. I mean, we have a goalie coach that does a great job with her. She did speak to I'll obviously keep it private, but she did speak to the group after the game, about her role in this. We got to be better in front of her. I think she knows she's got to be better, and she had that conversation with the players.
Yeah, sorry. You're down to a best of three now. You've lost home ice, so some adversity there. How is the season set this group up to handle something like that?
I think it's good. Obviously Minnesota came in and got what they wanted to get. Anytime in a best of five can be dangerous. I mean, you win one on the road and you're going home to try to wrap it up. It just shifts. Now we're going into Minnesota and we got to steal one. Hopefully we get two, but we got to steal one. That is what it is. You can read deep into it. Thought we've played, in this series, we've probably played 5 pretty good periods. I think if we play 5 pretty good periods in the next 2 games, worst case scenario, we'll be bringing it back to Toronto. So I think we got to be optimistic and positive of where our game is right now. I've liked, like I said, 5 of the periods. So if we just continue along that trend, good things should happen.